you're an international student coming to Canada or wherever you're going in 2025, you're gonna hear this a lot. You need to have references or Canadian experience to get a job, even entry-level jobs in Canada, which is a barrier I faced. And I broke. I overcame it, and I'm just gonna give you my quick little tips on how I did it. Considering the fact that I don't only have the job I really wanted, I have another sales associate job on hand right now. Touch wood. Touch wood pehle kar lu. Hello. I'm gonna go check at the store, and I'm going to check at another store of the same brand because I am in love with that brand, and to work with that brand is one of the biggest dreams I have for this year. So I'm going there, inquiring about it. I'm going to get an interview with the manager. I'm going to bag it. Okay, the job market is bad. It is bad. They don't lie.
तू फिट आ जानी ना कैमरे जब मेरा ना के पहुंचता
This is my outfit, my jewelry is on, my perfume's on, and my anxiety is on because I am going resume dropping again. I've been talking to the camera for like a minute and it was not recording. It went well. I talked to quite a lot of managers and they were all smiling. None of them said no directly. They all said they'll call me. But the problem is nobody hears back here in Canada. That's my biggest fear, not hearing back. So now I'm gonna hit another mall and I'm gonna try my luck there. Sitting in the Sky train, I was chilling. I was calm, and I get off the Sky train, not caring where my skirt is going. I'm like, if I'm flashing people, I'm flashing people. I don't freaking care, okay? Because I see that garage clothing is calling me. I pick up the call. I get out. Guess what? I got an interview for tomorrow at the store I just visited. And I start jumping at the station. Just got an interview at garage. It's interview day and I am freaking out. Like, I don't have experience in retail. I don't have experience in Canada, and I have my sunnies on. The sun is on. My interview, it went better than I expected. I had fully expected to fumble. There were two interviewees, okay? I hope they pick up my managers. They asked me pretty basic questions. They asked me how my previous work experience, since I've not worked in Canada yet, is relevant. They said if I can lift weights because the job that I've applied for is not technically a sales associate. Since I really desperately wanted to work in that particular store because of the vibe, I was willing to apply for a job. And overall, I really vibed. I taught them some cool psychology stuff, like how I'm type A personality. And the interviewer who had a background in fashion, she asked me what type A personality is. That gave me a sign that she was listening and she was interested in what I'm talking about. Then the other girl was just smiling at me because she was like, I love the way you talk and I love the way you express yourself. I was like, thank you. Yeah, so I did not shy away from expressing my interest in the job. So she remembered me as a customer. She was like, I saw the top that I was wearing. She was like, I sold this to you. And she remembered the experience. She remembered Jasmine. I remember you were with the guy that day who's wearing this salmon shirt. I was like, yeah, that was Jasmine. And I was like, wow, that's cool. You know, I just left the interview feeling really nice, but the moment I exited the store, I forgot everything that they asked me. I left like blanked out. So like the blank out did happen. Thankfully it happened after the interview. I hope I get it. I really loved those girls. I love the vibe of the store. I love the clothes. I love the service, and I just loved it. I really want the job. Long story short, I got the job, and I did not only get that job, I got another part-time job in the same mall, which is just a dream come true. Both of them are sales associate jobs, but it was not exactly the easiest thing to do. Mostly International students, they're constantly told that their international experience is not counted towards their job process, which is really disheartening. I faced that too. I was just applying for entry-level jobs. If they're not gonna give me any Canadian experience, I'm never gonna have it to put it on my resume or to talk about in my interviews, and the cycle is just gonna keep repeating itself. So I'm gonna give you a little background. My international student life basically started in January of 2024. I was not looking for a job back then because my parents really wanted me to stick to academics, so they did not really encourage me to go get a job. Cut to a few months later, I wanted to get a job because every single penny I spent made me feel like I'm stabbing my dad in the back, and I was just not doing good health-wise, which is why, if you don't know, I had to go back to India for 2 months. When I was in India, I was actively emailing people at Garage and managers at Garage in Vancouver. So I was hunting down their emails and their socials and just connecting with them and everything because I was so passionate about this little fashion brand. I remember the first time I told my parents I want to work at Garage. They were like, are you that desperate? You want to work at a garage? After I came back from India, that is when I got a taste of the Canadian job market. I was like, oh, this is what's going on. Now I'm gonna tell you how I secured my job. I did a few additional things to get a job without a reference in Canada. Number one tip, you live in a city which has so many malls around you. Are people checking mall websites? One day randomly I started checking the mall website because of an event that was gonna happen in the mall, and I came across the careers tab and I was like, oh wait, every brand has a careers tab. The mall has careers tab too. So I checked it and a bunch of different stores were hiring for sales associate. I was like, wow, everything's in one place. If you have a particular brand or if you catch yourself going into a store too often, like for me it was Garage, go to that store's brand's website, go to careers, add your location and see if they're hiring. You just want to know if they need help. If they need help, good. If they don't need help, next step is walk in. Just walk into that store, browse, make conversation with the staff that's already in the store. Just honest, organic conversation. Don't go inside and be like, excuse me, can I talk to your manager? And they'll be like, yeah, what do you want to talk about? And you'll be like, yeah, I want to ask if you guys are hiring. Cancel. They're not gonna take your resume. You don't need to ask if they're hiring or not. You don't even need to know if they're hiring or not. That's just something that you do as the first step of the process. Make organic conversation and ask if they like their job. Just like, yeah, just ask them, do you like your job right now? And they're most probably gonna say yes. I hope they say yes. If they say no, run. You don't want to work there. I'm kidding. Don't just bombard them with, are you hiring or not? No, do not do that. In their mind, they're thinking, if this person cannot even make natural conversation, why would I want this person in my store on the floor talking to customers without sounding like they're begging them to buy something, right? Do you know what I mean? Go to LinkedIn and just somehow find the store manager there. If you really have a job that you think is calling your name, like, JP, mere ko aake kar, mera kaam. I think you should go to LinkedIn and do your little stalking magic. Come on, we're Gen Z, we can do some stuff. Find the district manager if you're like me. I made conversation, I was at the back of my head, so I think it kind of helped. The least you can do is try, right? Ask, find, email, follow up, keep up, get that interview. And once you get that interview, you can do all your impressive magic on them in the interview. But before that, you need to show them that you're willing to take that extra step to get that interview, you know? I don't know if it's obvious or not, but like, I don't know why people don't dress up for job hunts. Like, I'm not asking you to dress up in a blazer. Look like you shop there. Look like you are out and you are enjoying yourself. Don't go there in your university clothes, like apparel you wear at university with your little backpack. Don't. Look like a shopper to be a resume dropper and get that interview to make money proper. Yes, queen! Yes. Dress up like you're ready to drop some money when all you're ready to do is drop your resume because you have no money because you're broke. Oh, also something that I did not start doing until the very end of my job hunt, which really made my job hunt easier and which I think fastened the process of me getting the job that I have, is tailoring my resume. So I went to this job interview and then I was ghosted for a while, and then I was emailed to go meet them after a month after I lost all my hope, and I showed up with a whole new resume. I showed them that I did not accept their rejection. I worked harder to identify the qualities in me that they are looking for in their future candidate. And I basically just like made it easier for them to identify those qualities in me. And I think obviously everyone will notice that. And if you don't think they will notice that, bring it up. Be like, the 1 month that we were not in conversation, I actually thought about if this job even is for me. And you know what the conclusion was that I came to? It 100% is. I still want to work here, and this is why I think you should still consider hiring me. Be so confident. It's not gonna hurt to be confident. Sell yourself. Sell yourself, honestly. Show them that you want to deserve the job, because you cannot just decide that you deserve it or not. Show them that you want to be able to deserve it, and you can put in the effort to reach that level that they're looking for in their future candidate. Easy. I think we should talk about the mindset, because real magic part of getting a job, manifestation. You can get out of this video if you want to, but I am not kidding. I have a page that I wrote manifesting this particular job. I imagined a day in my life if I worked at Garage as a sales associate, and guys, all I'm gonna say is I lived that day, word to word, every single shift. I'm just saying. Have a particular date or timeline or deadline in your mind. Work as hard as you can to get that job up until that point of time, and after that, let go. Let God do its thing, because that's what I did. I was like in conversation with Babaji. I was like, Babaji, October 29th ke pehle, if that job is meant for me, give it to me, and if it's not meant for me, give me courage to accept that fact and move on. If it does not happen for you, don't lose hope, because most probably nahi, pakka ka pakka something better is written for you. Trust. Just trust. Babaji, I trust you, you trust me, we're besties. If you're not getting a job, maybe that's not the one for you. Let it go and wait for the right position to open for you so you can work there. I'm giving you a good truth to accept that you will only get what you actually deserve. So you're not gonna get something lesser or something more, maybe more, but not lesser than what you deserve. There's a threshold of energy that you are needing in your life, and you will only get the energy that meets the threshold that you needed. I feel like philosopher JB. Philosopher. Don't let people discourage you from getting a job that you want to do. If you want to be a sales associate, don't let people discourage you and ask you to go to work at Tim Hortons. If you want to work at Tim Hortons, don't let people discourage you and tell you you should work as a sales associate. We are working hour by hour, minimum wage, to meet a very, very expensive lifestyle here in Canada. If you know your worth and potential, and you rely on your worth and potential, you will no longer need anyone else. You will no longer need any references. And this one's gonna be a better truth, because I'm gonna ask you to forget your ego. Don't get discouraged when you realize that you actually have to start from zero here. When I came here, when I realized that, oh, I'm by myself, I got a little sad. I was like, ooh, why aren't they seeing the fact that I was a good student, or the fact that I had this award, or the fact that I have this title from my school? They quite literally don't care. ये बंदे जॉब एक्सपीरियंस नहीं देख रहे, तुम्हें क्या लगता है ये देखेंगे कि तुम डिबेट में फर्स्ट आते या सेकंड? Be grateful for what you have and be optimistic for what you don't have, and that is all that I'll say for today's video. I am going to have lunch now, I think. Yeah, do you guys like my sweatshirt? Let me know, because it's thrifted. I know it says Tommy, but it's thrifted. Trust me, go thrift something, guys. थोड़े से पैसे बचा लो. Bye. I'm literally acting like this is a FaceTime call, and it's not. Guys, go work hard, go get a job, and go afford yourself. Go afford your own lifestyle, and only ask your dad when you really need money. I'm gonna call my dad tonight, and I'm gonna tell him that I really need money because मैंने फीस उतारनी है. Work hard. Bye.